Mandalorian Warlord says maybe hang the YouTube play button on the wall behind me and buy a shelf to put some figures behind me or cheap LED lights. My setup would look sick. You mean like every other streamer does? Like I started looking, like every streamer has exactly the same setup where they put like decorations behind them with LED lights. Every fucking streamer does that. It adds nothing to the streams at all. It just makes them all look like they all copied each other because they have no originality. So why would I want to do what everybody else already fucking does? I received a $2.22 tip. And here we go, right? It's funny you have made fun of professional streamers for using lights, but now you're going to use them. You do this a lot. You'll be less defensive and you'll give trolls less ammo if you don't do this kind of stuff. The difference is, here we go again. Because again, you notice that to these people who criticize me for things like this, they don't listen to what I say. They take what I say and they corrupt it or twist it into what they want. So in this person's mind, okay, Phil said that anyone who uses lighting is some kind of a weird sellout shill weirdo and he doesn't support the practice, right? That's not what I said at all. What I said is, did you notice that all of a sudden in the last like 4 or 5 years, almost everyone who live streams full time has some kind of weird ambient lighting that looks the same? Because they all copied each other. Just like how everyone on YouTube has the same thumbnail with a face on it. Just like everyone everywhere does the same practices. That's what I said. I didn't say, oh, all lighting is bad, right? But that's it. The moment that I criticize something logically and intelligently, people don't want to hear the logic or the intelligence. They just want to turn it into something that sounds stupid to try to talk shit about me, which didn't happen. That's not what I criticized at all. I said, hey, they go out of their way to put the light strips down. They have the same angle of the camera, the same circle light. They all have exactly the same setup, the same thumbnail, the same clickbait. They all do it the same because they're in it for the views. They're in it for the money because they want to make a buck. They're not doing it to be original, to have meaningful content. They just want to be part of the in crowd that everyone wants to click on and watch. Or else they would diversify themselves, right? There's a difference between jumping on a bandwagon for popularity because that bandwagon's popular right now, or doing something because you feel it has intrinsic value. This lighting, does it have intrinsic value? I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you like this? If you don't, you don't, and I'll get rid of it immediately, right? But I think that people sadly just want to twist things in a way that I don't say it on purpose all the time. And this happens all the time. It's been since day one since I've been on the internet 15 years ago. Everything Phil says has to be twisted. Did I ever say an absolute that anyone who uses lighting is a jerk or an idiot or a sellout? I never said that. What I said is everyone tries to look the same on purpose to ride that wave of popularity, and I don't agree with that. Does my stream right now look like everyone else's? Can you answer that for me? Do I have a ring light? Do I have the angle everyone else has? Does everyone else have artwork like this in the background? Does, you know... Is there going to be a clickbait thumbnail on the stream today? Phil's podcast. Right? I could do that easily. And I could probably increase my viewership doing that as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do what everyone else does just for personal gain. I easily could, and there's no point to it. I want to be myself. I want to have content that has meaning. Right? I want to go out of my way to make it special for you. To make it feel like I'm different from other content that you would watch out there. And I hope that you get that out of my streams. I really do. If you don't, I'm sorry, because that's what I'm going for. Or else I could have been one of those guys. Trust me, 10 years ago, when everyone was becoming the same, I could have easily become a homogenized content creator and did everything the same as everyone else, and I would be 10 times more rich and famous than I am right now. I never cared about that. Okay? But please, don't put words in my mouth. $2.22 tipper. See, you said all lighting's bad, and now you're using lighting, hypocrite. Never said all lighting was bad. Ever. You missed the point. 9 times out of 10, the people that criticize me missed the whole point of what they're criticizing, and that's why they think that it's some kind of a criticism, because they think the world is black and white. Either Phil likes lighting or he hates it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's an infant's mindset. That's not how life works. Okay?